ain't gon' shut me up.
You gon' hear what I say till I'm 6 feet deep.
You ain't gon' shut me up.
You can hate all you want, I got freedom of speech.
You ain't gonna shut me up.
Till you kill me and cut out my tongue.
Holding in the way, that's what I heard them say. They used to heed the words he said, but that was yesterday. Gold will turn to gray, and youth will fade away. They'll never care about you, call you holding in the way.
Welcome back to another episode of Old Men in Chairs, and it's Friday, so it must be Tom Day again because David is here. Hi, David.
How you doing, Corin?
It's been only a week since he released that race war video, and you were here for that. Unfortunately, YouTube didn't much care for that video, and they put some shadow banning on it, and he hasn't been getting the views, so he said, okay, I'm going to try something else. Now, you are probably tuning in to see a release that's just dropped of the song Chrome, and if you're patient, we are going to show you a little bit of that song at the end of this video, but I got, I got my own version of the CD, came in the mail this week, and I've been listening to the album, and I wanted to hear Freedom of Speech. I think it's a song that's much more along my line of political commentary. So we're going to do a reaction to the audio of that first, and then, like I say, we'll show a little bit of Chrome. We've looked at both videos. The Chrome video is wild, and as far as I'm concerned, the highlight of the thing is Nova rapping, because every time Nova raps, she steals the show. She doesn't rap very often. We don't see her out in front of the camera that often, but when she does, she's a monster rapper. So we're going to show you her. But let's go ahead and listen to Freedom of Speech first.
Welcome to America, where everything is made in China. Where a girl can have a penis and the boys can have vaginas. Where people purchase guns and go to school to open fire, and our government manipulates the truth trying to divide us.
Pretty good start, huh?
Yeah, it covers a lot there with dividing us and guns at school and China.
Yeah.
Vaginas.
Welcome to America, where everything is made in China. Well, almost everything.
Yeah.
And then girls can have penises and boys can have vaginas. I don't know how they do that. It's not the real thing. Ain't nothing like the real thing, is there? I don't think so.
I guess there's something for everybody.
I guess.
Welcome to the democratic USA. You're homophobic and racist if you ain't black or gay. Where the stars and the stripes, they go up in flames, but every classroom in the country has a rainbow flag. It's the land of opportunity, where natural immunity don't matter when Big Pharma has a cure to sell to you and me.
Can't let that line go by. Welcome to America, where natural immunity doesn't count when pharma's trying to sell you the cure.
Yeah.
That really pissed me off because I got COVID early in November of 2020, so I'm thinking, hey, I'm free now. I don't have to take your vaccine. I've got natural immunity. Oh, no. No, we need you to be vaccinated, you know, to protect other people. Isn't that what they told us?
Well, yeah, and it turns out that we are protected more than other people.
Yeah, the people with the natural immunity are the ones that aren't getting sick right now.
Yeah.
And the people that have had every booster, there's the one that's susceptible. And yet they keep telling them, oh, one more booster, and you'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bunch of sheep that just follow right along. But I think people are catching on.
Well, the real money will be into the cure for the cure.
Yeah, that's going to be a big thing, unfortunately.
Where natural immunity don't matter when Big Pharma has a cure to sell to you and me. Welcome to the home of the woke. We're going broke. You'll get canceled for a joke by folks who voted for Joe. Where our freedom isn't free, it's being held for ransom. Where we'd all be locked away if people didn't have guns. Where our only information is their propaganda. Everybody, please rise for the national anthem.
Before we go into the chorus here.
Where everybody would be locked up if they didn't have a gun.
Everyone would be locked up if we didn't have guns. Absolutely. Some great lines in there, and I've forgotten them all.
Yeah, I just drew a blank on that too.
Yeah.
There was quite a few in there too, but the gun thing strikes home because that's the first indication of genocide in any modern history.
everyone should give up their guns.
And then genocide follows.
Yeah, because then the people with guns is the government. They can do what they want. I really, really love this chorus. It's one of the best choruses, I think, that Tom and Adam ever done, because they're alternating lines.
The information is their propaganda. Everybody please rise for the national
You ain't
anthem.
gon' shut me up.
You gonna have to kill me or cut out my tongue.
You ain't gon' shut me
I'll
up.
be saying what I want at the top of my lungs.
You ain't gon' shut me up.
You gon' hear what I say till I'm 6 feet deep.
You ain't gon' shut me
You
up.
can hate all you want, I got freedom of speech.
You ain't gonna shut me up
Till you kill me and cut out my tongue.
until I'm 6 feet deep. You ain't gonna shut me up, because I got freedom of speech.
Yep. However, some people employing it are in real trouble at this point.
Well, it's interesting because they did a public opinion poll about what people thought of free speech, and I believe a majority of Democrats didn't think that you should even have free speech. They thought, the government should be able to control what people say.
Well, they are.
Well, they're trying to.
Yeah.
They work through the social media companies to control what appears in the public square. The Supreme Court is supposed to rule on that. I haven't heard anything yet, but hopefully they'll keep that injunction in place and tell them to knock that shit off.
They'll just work around it somehow, Corin.
They've been doing it for 60 years,
Yep.
at least. It came out of the Cold War, really. They felt like, okay, in order to win the Cold War against the communists, we have to control what people think and what they hear and what they say.
And if they say something wrong, we take them down.
Anyway, so that was Tom's first verse, and now Adam gets the second verse.
Me up.
Welcome to America, used to be the home of the brave. I love my country, fuck the government, I won't be a slave. You voted today, so what? They just threw your vote away. Trump won, but they stole it, put a clone in his place. Jesus.
They put a clone in his place?
Clone in his place. I don't
Yeah.
get that line. I heard that.
Yeah. Used to be the home of the brave. Fuck the government. Biden might as well be a clone.
A clone of what, though?
He clearly doesn't have a brain of his own.
Right.
So he's just like a little actor that goes through the motions and pretends to be president while somebody else is pulling all the strings. The fact is, he's not an independent person with a mind of his own. If he ever had a mind, it's long gone.
He's had enough of a mind to lie about everything.
He's been a worst liar. He's like that character on Saturday Night Live that used to lie.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You got
that's
it.
a ticket.
That's a story. Yeah.
So what? They just threw your vote away. Trump won, but they stole it, put a clone in his place. Jesus, why they keep pushing mental diseases? Please, can a real woman not have a penis? A fetus alive till you keep it from breathing. You just took a life like they taking our freedom. Think about the words that we all used to say, but the men today act more pussy than the ladies. You can't hurt my feelings, I was born in the 80s. Shout out to the women, only they can have babies.
You can't control what I say. I was born in the 80s. Now the people born in the 80s, which includes all my children,
Yeah.
are the rebels.
And the younger ones now seem to be totally onto the liberal agenda, and
Well, the sheep agenda, if you ask me. I mean, they told them, hey, you got to have the vaccination to go to college. So they all lined up and got this shot, which they didn't need. I couldn't believe the way they lined up for it, and never a peep of protest. I got in trouble on Facebook one time because I said in my day, and I went to college in the 60s, I said we would have burned the administration building down if they had told us we had to have a shot. We wouldn't have gone quietly.
Yeah.
And that was considered incitement to violence. I got like a 2-week ban on Facebook.
Now they'll burn down the police station.
Yeah, that's okay. You
That's
can
okay.
burn down all the police stations in all these blue cities, and you're doing God's work.
Yep.
Don't burn down the college administration, God forbid.
No, that's the people pushing the agenda.
Hurt my feelings, I was born in the 80s. Shout out to the women, only they can have babies. Dudes wear dresses now and try to call it normal. Why they use the women's restroom and not a urinal? It's so sad to hear about these young kids' lives. Fuck a pedophile school shooter, hope they all
You
die.
ain't gon' shut me up.
You gonna have to kill me or cut out my tongue.
You ain't gon' shut me
I'll
up.
be saying what I want at the top of my lungs.
You ain't gon' shut me up.
You gon' hear what I say till I'm 6 feet deep.
You ain't gon' shut me
You
up.
can hate all you want, I got freedom of speech, and you ain't gonna gonna
shut me up.
This song rocks.
Yeah, it's a good, really good song.
I mean, it's got a good beat, and you could dance to it if you want to.
Yep.
But this was immediately. I mean, I'm not going to compare it to the other 3 songs that were released in videos, which are all great. I've got nothing against any of those. But of all the unreleased songs that were on this new CD, this one immediately caught my attention. Like, oh my God, why haven't they done a video of this one? This is great.
Even if we disagree, I'll die for your right to have your voice heard when you're speaking your mind. Even if you're saying things and I think you're lying, I will fight so you'll never be silenced. Even if you're yelling in my face, calling me a bunch of names, claiming that I'm full of hate, that's okay. I will stand by your side in support of you, cause I believe in free speech for the morons too.
You ain't gon' shut.
That's what we were taught, right? I think it was Voltaire, one of them French guys. He said, I disagree with everything that you believe, but I will defend to my death your right to say it. And I always thought, okay, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Right, because if they couldn't say what they wanted, we can't say what we want. So it's a free world. Speak your piece.
Yeah,
Let's hear
the answer to bad speech or some people saying stupid things is more free speech. That you point out where they're wrong, not censor them.
Yeah, anybody.
And this survey that I was talking about, among the Democrats, it was something like only 30% agreed with that position, that people should have like absolute free speech to say what they want. So that's a problem right there, but that's the way they've been programmed. You know, the way they've been taught in school, they haven't been taught.
Yep, they don't want to hear the other side. They want to live in their echo chamber.
By your side in support of you, cause I believe in free speech for the morons too.
You ain't gon' shut me up.
You gonna have to kill me or cut out my tongue.
You ain't gon' shut me
I
up.
be saying what I want at the top of my lungs.
You ain't gon' shut me
You
up.
gon' hear what I say till I'm 6 feet deep.
You ain't gon' shut me
You
up.
can hate all you want, I got freedom of speech, and you ain't gonna
Shut me up.
And he believes for free speech even for the morons.
Even for the morons. I don't know who he's referring to there.
Well,
I have no idea.
morons are allowed to have ideas too. They're just stupid ideas. But they're allowed to express them.
It's their idea. They can
Yeah.
have at it. Yep.
And, you know, sometimes out of the mouths of babes and morons, they might, you know, like a blind squirrel, they might stumble onto a nut.
A different view. Yeah.
Yeah. This letting the government be the judge of what's safe speech and what, you know, disinformation and what's real. No, we will never accept that. We
Yeah,
will
there's
not
no-
comply.
There's no free speech where it's regulated. It's just
No, any type of I mean, very, very limited. You know, someone said you can't shout fire in a crowded theater,
Yes.
you know, because you'll create a panic and people could get hurt. That's the limit of free speech right there. But that's a very rare exception, you know, where free speech could actually cause people harm. Great song, boys. We're going to set up the one you've all been waiting for, which is the new song that's just released today, Chrome. And we're not going to show the whole thing, but we are going to show Miss Nova's part, which is fabulous. This is the opening scene from Chrome. And you see on your left is lovely Nova. And on the right is Adam Calhoun. And who's that guy in the middle?
Zombie with bad teeth.
Oh my God, look at those teeth, look at those eyes, Tom. Come on.
Must
See,
be
this is the thing that puts a lot of people off, you know? Like one look at this guy, especially when he's got his contacts in and his fake teeth in, and all the jewelry and all the piercings and all the tattoos and the hair braid and everything. He's pulling on his hair braid. People get one look at this and they run screaming. They don't have to hear the music.
80s horror show.
Who is he? He's a zombie. But anyway, we're going to skip ahead. And so the song is called Chrome. And after each person sings their verse, their body turns into chrome. And this is Adam. He's just finished the second verse. And we're going to take it from here and listen to the last minute of the song with Nova.
But the rims were
Everybody hurting over, giving dirty looks and throwing shoulders. Outside bodegas like Mr. Bomby Coronas. The type to slick a wallet and then flip IDs. Always two middle fingers sticking out a Slipknot tee. And if you met me, you either got robbed or bought weed. The mall rat, bumming cigarettes at entrance 3. Skip so much and when I showed up, teachers called police.
Do you know what she's talking about?
Bumming cigarettes outside the bodega store and asking somebody to buy her Coronas because she's not old enough.
So she's a bad girl.
Yeah.
And she hung out at the mall selling drugs. She grew up in Canada also, as well as Tom. She can rap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing, that little girl, and she's not very big. When she starts rapping, she gets large. I mean, her personality comes through in a really big way.
But the rims were
Everybody hurting over, giving dirty looks and throwing shoulders. Outside bodegas like Mr. Bomby Coronas. The type to slick a wallet and then flip IDs. Always two middle fingers sticking out a Slipknot tee. And if you met me, you either got robbed or bought weed. The mall rat, bumming cigarettes at entrance 3. Skip so much and when I showed up, teachers called police. Cause I only went to school to sell a beef. I was a menace in a tattoo, choking necklace, stuffing lip gloss in my pocket, shotgun in a stolen Lexus. Reckless, the plug for anything, I did it all. If you can find an ask around to tell you who to call. Meet me at the mall, tripping on shrooms, ripping off shoes, twisting up dopes. Everyone, I'm never gonna listen to you.
She was ripping off shoes?
Tripping on shrooms, tripping off shoes.
No, we never knew you were so bad.
Entrance 3 to the mall, meet me there and buy
Meet me
drugs.
there and buy some drugs. I just love this. I don't know why Tom doesn't let her do this more often, or maybe he's afraid that she'll just take over the whole.
Like
the whole
Johnny
family.
Carson with his guest hosts, he didn't like him better than him.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Tripping on shrooms, ripping off shoes, twisting up dopes. Everyone, I'm never gonna listen to you. 15-year-old me will put a fist through a dude. From group homes to infamy, you.
I had a pack of cigarettes and didn't give a I was bad to the bone. Drove a beater that you couldn't roll the windows up, but the rims were chrome. Flat broke, just a bunch of hoes trying to see life like the glass half full. Drove a beater that you couldn't roll the windows up, but the rims were chrome.
So that was the last minute of Chrome, and we'll put the link in. If you haven't seen the whole video, you go watch it. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. It's a good, well-done video.
It's a well-done video, and it's all about their wild teen years and how they were all outlaws. And Nova, that sweet little girl, who knew what she was into.
Yeah.
But I guess she was in a group home. She mentioned that at the end.
Oh, yeah.
The problem with this song, I think they bleeped out about 50 words.
Yeah.
Because that's how many times the F-bomb and the mother F-bomb and
The a-hole.
Yep. Appeared. It's a fun video, but it's an odd choice for a video when you have to bleep half the words. I guess people can lip read some of those words. And, of course, they have certain gestures to let you know what the words might be. But anyway, thanks for coming in again.
Oh, you're welcome, Punk.
I know you've got some other things to do here today, as do I. And this is actually my second video of the day because I got up early and I did another Trump Latino one.
Holding in the way.